Hi Amjad, it's Mrs. Olson here for your math lesson of the day. Today we're just going to be doing the pre-teach in this video, and you should be getting ready to start lesson 58 this week. Okay, so the first part that we're going to talk about is adding and subtracting fractions, which you know that at this level that we've been working at, the denominator is going to stay the same. It's not going to change. So on your worksheet, you'll see something like this: 8/5 minus 7/5 equals, and we're basically just subtracting the top number. So 8 minus 7 equals 1, and the denominator stays the same. Okay, we have 20/10 plus 4/10. 20 plus 4 equals 24, and the denominator stays the same. At this point, we can leave it as an improper fraction, and that's okay. Okay, 8/8 minus 6/8 equals 8 minus 6 equals 2, denominator staying the same. Okay, another skill that you've been practicing on, Jed, is rounding to the nearest hundred. So for letter A, we have 217. So we look to our hundreds number, and that's where we start. So we start with 200, and the next 100 would be 300. Then we have to find the midpoint. So 250 would be the midpoint, and decide if 17 is smaller than 50 or bigger than 50. Okay, so 17 is smaller, so we would round it down to the 200. For letter B, we have 251. Okay, so 251 would round to, because 51 is more than 50, it would round up to 300. Letter C, what would you round 670 to? $700, because 70 is more than that midpoint of 50. Okay, what about letter D? Amjad, round this one. Yep, you would round down to 600. Letter E, 420. Is it going to be 400 or 500? You would round it down to 400 because 20 is smaller than 50. And the last one, 482, you would round it to 500 because 82 is bigger than that 50 midpoint. Okay, looking at this picture, we are working with multiplication, and this shows an array. It's cups on a table, okay? So first we would count how many in each row. So a row goes, remember, across, the columns go up and down. Okay, so going across, this row has 1, 2, 3 cups. Okay, now we want to know how many rows are there. So there's 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows, 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows, and each row has 3 in it. Okay, so we can do this 2 ways. We can do 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals, or we could turn it into a times problem. 3 times 5. Okay, so let's do it the addition way first. 3 plus 3 equals 6. 6 plus 3 equals 9. 9 plus 3 equals 12. And 12 plus 3 equals 15. Okay, that is the repeat addition way of solving this. But the multiplication would be 3 groups of 5. And then you would just count by 3s 5 times, or you can count by 5s 3 times. So let's do counting by 3s. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. That's one way we could do it. Or we could say 5, 10, 15. Okay, There's the repeat addition equals 15. Or we can do 3 groups of 5 equals 15. Okay? Here's an example of something you might see on your worksheet. You have 1, 2, 3 groups of 10. So the repeat addition is 10 plus 10 equals 20, plus another 10 equals 30. Or the fast way is to turn it into a times problem. We have 10 groups of 3. So you would simply count by tens 3 times or 3 10 times. So let's do this. Let's do 10 3 times. 10, 20, 30. Okay, here are some division facts with the small number of 4. Okay, so 8 is a big number, and we would read it like this. 8 divided by 4 equals, and then you would write the answer. So what's 8 divided by 4? 2. 12 divided by 4 equals 3. Okay, the other way you can do this, if division is tricky for you, is to turn it into a times problem. So that would look like this. 4 times something equals 12. Then you could do your skip counting. 4, 8, 12. I skip counted 3 times, so I know that 4 times 3 equals 12. Okay, let's look at letter C. 16 divided by 4 equals, or you could say 4 times something equals 16. And the answer would be 4. I would have to skip count by 4s 4 times to get to 16. And letter D, 20 divided by 4 equals, or 4 times something equals 20. And then I would count 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. I had to count 5 times. So 5 would be the answer. Okay. This is referring to the maps that we've been seeing on the worksheets. And they're giving you usually 2 routes to get somewhere. Okay, so on the maps page, it's not showing it for this particular problem, but it doesn't matter which, it doesn't really make sense with just this up, but when we get to the actual lesson and they tell you to try 2 different ways to get somewhere, it doesn't matter which way you try first. They just want to see if the numbers are the same, if they're different. So when we get to the worksheet, this will make a little bit more sense. So I'm going to skip through that. We've been practicing telling time to the minute. So let's just, for now, just practice reading these times. But during the actual lesson, I'll be dictating sometimes for you to write. So let's just practice reading them right now. So letter A reads 9 o'clock. Letter B reads 5:03. Letter C reads 10:32, and letter D reads 3:06. Okay, we've been working with some hundreds numbers and breaking them down into place value facts. So we have 600, 20, and 8, and we're going to squeeze them together to make one number. So we would write it 628. Sometimes they ask us to break apart the numbers, but in this case, we're squeezing them together. So now this one's 636. We'd have 600 plus 30 plus 6. And there it is. So that's when we stretch it out. 214, we'd write 200 plus 10 plus 4. And there's your place value fact. That is the pre-teach lesson for lesson 58. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you when we work on the lesson.